In section 1.8, the coordinate plane. Today we're going to be working in graph paper to learn the basics of the coordinate plane and how we plot points. We start by drawing one line down and one line across. Okay, so we've already folded our papers into 4 sections and we've drawn our lines, and now we're going to number each axis: 2, 4, 6, and 8. We're going to number each axis, and notice that we skip the very first block because that is our odd numbers, our 1, okay, and then skip 1, and then we go 2, skip 1, 4, skip 1, 6, skip 1, 8. All right, I'm going to walk around and just kind of check everybody's and make sure we're all on the same page. Now let's talk about the quadrants. Anytime I ask for the location on your homework, it'll ask, what is the location? I'm talking about quadrants, and I label them with Roman numerals: 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just write it real big in each block. Real big, big. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fill up the whole quadrant with these Roman numerals. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like you see right in here. What do we call that in the top left-hand corner?
The X and Y,
Yeah, the X and Y, the ordered pair. We call it an ordered pair. And what this is this is my directions. How do I know where to plot the point on my coordinate plane? The ordered pair tells me. So the coordinate plane is my map, but the X, Y, the ordered pair, that's my directions that tells me where the point goes. So what is this X and Y? Well, the X stands for the horizontal axis, the value on the horizontal axis. For example, if I have an X value of 4, I would go to the right 4, and if I had a Y value of 3, I would go up 3, and I would plot my point here. Okay, and that's kind of blurry, but you get the picture. All right, so an X value and a Y value together tell me where to plot the point, and we'll see more of that in a second. All right, got it? So now let's set up a second graph. All right, same way. Let's go ahead and set up a second graph. So if you needed to make an adjustment on the first graph of what you did wrong, then go ahead and make that change for the second graph. Okay, so now I'm going to give you 6 points. I want you to find the location of these points on your graph and plot these points on your graph in the same location that you see here. Go ahead and plot these points. So let me ask you this. Have you been counting in your head? 1, 2, 3, 4. I go over this many, up this many. Did you do that? When you're plotting your points, were you counting? Yeah, you were, weren't you? So that's what an ordered pair is. It's how many units you go over or up or down, okay? That's what I'm doing with the ordered pair. I'm mapping. So you actually were mapping and you didn't even know it, okay? So for point A, how many units over did I go on my X?
1.
Not 1, 2. I went over 2 and up how many? 3. Okay, so they're both positive because I went to the right and up. And we can think of X as our number line. Anything to the left of 0 would be negative. Anything to the right of 0 would be positive. So what about point B? What X value is point B resting on? What X value? Negative 3. And then I go up how many? 1. So my value for point B, or my ordered pair, is negative 3, 1. All right, my first number in the ordered pair is the X value, and the second number is my Y value. All right, what about point C? Negative 5. Negative 3. Very good. What about point D?
5, 0.
So everybody agree? I go over 5 on X, and do I go up or down any?
Not really.
So it's 0. It's okay to have a value of 0. I want you to go ahead and do E and F. My ordered pair for point E.
6, negative 4.
6, negative 4. What about F?
0, 6.
0, 6. All right, now let's talk about location. What is the location of point A?
Point A is
Quadrant. Quadrant 1. What about B? Quadrant 2. Go ahead and write these Roman numerals. All right, what about C?
Quadrant 3.
Quadrant 3. What about D?
Quadrant x-axis.
What do you think? Is it in a quadrant? No, point D is right on the x-axis. What about point E? And point F? Y-axis. All right, so that's location. All right, if it's right on the line, it's either x or y-axis. All right, third graph. On the third graph, now I'm going to give you the ordered pair. And you need to plot the point where it goes on the graph. Okay? So you, in the blank space that you see in your notes, so we've done 3 graphs. In the fourth one, the bottom left one, go ahead and write all these ordered pairs. Write all those ordered pairs down. A, 4, 1, B, 0, negative 3. Write that in the blank space. Don't write it on your graph because it'll clutter it up. Like you see here. Okay, I just didn't have anywhere else to write it. You do. Okay? All right, I'm going to walk around and start checking. So I want you to plot the points. So if it's a positive 4, do I go right 4 or left 4?
Right 4.
Yep. And if it's a positive 1, do I go up 1 or down 1?
Up.
And then plot your point. So go both directions and then plot 1 point for each point. Okay, points A, B. So A is over 4 up 1. B is 0 down 3. C is negative 2, so left 2 down 5. D is left 2 up 3. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Did you get those 4 right? All right, so tell me, how did you find point E? Okay, how did you plot that one? Which way did you go, right 4 or left 4?
Right.
Right 4, and then where? Stay at 0. Point E. What about point F? Where'd you go? Right 8, and then where? Down 3. Okay, now I want you to identify the location for each point. What quadrant, okay, specifically, or what location for each point. So next to the ordered pairs, over here, you're going to write the location. Okay, so point A is what?
1.
Point B?
X-axis.
No, not X. Y-axis. Point C?
3.
Point D?
2.
Point E?
X-axis.
Yeah, and point F? 4.
Quadrant.
Okay. All right, very good. And if you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 1.8.